Hello YouTube, W&J's Handy Dad here, and today we're going to repaint the hood. It's December 1st and we're already over 60 degrees and it's supposed to get into the 70s today. With painting, the vast majority of your chances of success come with the preparation stage. So I've hit this whole thing with an 800 grit sandpaper just to give it a little bit of something to stick to. And then I've gone over the spots where I was starting to see a little bit of peel formants and filled them with these two products. And I'm doing most of this prep at home so that when I get to the shop I can just mask and paint. And I just took this box here, cut a little hole in the bottom and turned it into kind of a portable paint booth, and just stick it over whatever spot I was wanting to prime and then just spray across it. And that's how I got these nice little concise primed areas where there were paint chips. So when I get out to the shop, I will hit these with probably another 800 grit hand sand just to get the edges smoothed out. So when I'm done, you'll probably only see the outline of wherever the chip was. You won't see these full squares. Because there's a really bad spot right there, I'm going to go ahead and paint this nose piece too. So when I get out there, I'm going to have to pull the headlights, pull the grill, and make sure that I mask off right along this edge very carefully so that I don't get any paint on there. So that's the plan. It's supposed to be 70 to 75 today. It's December 1st. God bless Texas. This product works best when it's got a thinner consistency. If your tube is old and drying out, you may want to just invest in a new tube. But basically it works just like you might think. You get a teeny bit on a hole or chip or whatever and spread it with a plastic spreader. Less is definitely more, meaning less product seems to do a better job than trying to gob on a bunch of it. Just spread it thin, let it dry, follow directions on the package, and take into consideration whatever temperature you're working in. If you don't let it dry and you try to wet sand it, it just smears all over the place. Any little imperfections you see before you paint are going to show up horribly after you paint, so you want to fix these. Alright, we are at the shop, December 1st. It's about 70 degrees outside. Couldn't ask for better painting conditions. Just like when I did the roof and trunk, using the Duplicolor Paint Shop Championship White. You can see I've got the air pressure set at about 30. That seems to work well with this paint gun. I've already got the pattern adjusted. You always will hit a little test area before you get started. For some reason I'm getting a lot of texture today. I can't really figure out what I'm doing differently. So I'm going to try to put on a little bit heavier and see if it smooths out. I've basically got 1.5 coats down right now. But when it was first spraying out, it reminded me of like it was too thick, even though the paint is very watered down. So we'll see if I get it looking better on this coat. my wife's blow dryer here. I was gonna dry my hair real quick. Oh, it's a heat gun. So make sure if you're drying your hair that you get your wife's blow dryer and not your heat gun. Your hair's gonna look like this. And here's the finished product. You see, I haven't put the stuff back on. I'm gonna let this dry as long as I can before I have to put this back on and drive home. So I'm definitely getting better, still not perfect. There's some texture in this, but not as bad as when I first started. It was spraying out real thick like, and when I did the clear coat it smoothed it out quite a bit. Did manage to get one bug right there. Not as bad as before when I had several bugs. But what it is that they love about fresh paint. Anyway, hope the video was helpful. Appreciate a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And please tell your friends about my channel. Thank you very much.